Good day, mate. This is Rayquaza, and today we have the first of 3 battles against a guy named Mizu that I played on Pokemon Online. So we played on Pokemon Online, and after the battle, it was really good. It was a really intense game, so I decided, let's just ask him if he has a friend code, because maybe I can play him and stuff. So this is the first of 3 games, and as you can see, he's running a really scary sand team with Metagross as defensive Mon. A potential spinner in Excadrill. Just looking at his team straight up, he has so many potential Mega Stones, it's not even funny. We've got a lead Gengar, which is probably going to be what he leads off with. I've got the same team for all these games, and my team, I don't think I changed anything at all. Room still doesn't have Volt Switch, and yeah. So, thank you for getting all those likes on the last video. I'm sorry this took so long to get recorded and uploaded, but my internet's been pretty bad, and that affects a lot of my stuff. So, I don't really have a motive to do anything on the computer unless I can do something online. So, without further ado, I lead off with Rotom. He leads off with Caesar. Now, I believe it goes straight up for a U-turn. No. He thinks I'm faster and just gonna go for a Volt Switch, but again, I still don't have Volt Switch on this, so I have to go for a Trick first turn because I felt like that was gonna be a Scarf U-turn or something. I don't really run much speed, so I was gonna Trick, and then he'd be locked into a move. He goes out to Gengar, which is really nice. I get poisoned, but that's all right because he's locked into a move that my Caesar is immune to, which gives me a really good position. I'm sorry if you can't see my HP number. It's currently at 40. It glitched up while I was recording it, and I only realized it after I edited it. So yeah. So now I have a free switch into my Fatality, forcing a switch unless he wants to sack Gengar. Probably won't want to do. So here I decide to make a really ballsy move. Well, I go for a Bullet Punch here. But since he probably thinks I'm choiced, and I actually don't have a choice band or anything, well, first, I just go straight for a U-turn, because I'm like, I'm going to get out of dodge. It's after this game that I realize he must not be, I don't think he is banded, or I think he might be banded, but I know he's not a choice in attack. No, he's not, because he sets up a Sword Stance. I go into my Charizard, because I'm like, oh, if he's going to go for U-turn, I'll 4 times resist it. He goes for a Bullet Punch, I'll 2 times resist, I would have already got hit. Goes for a superpower, he lowers his defense if he's not going to pursue a Caesar. So I was in a pretty good position. Goes into Tyranitar, kicks up a Sandstorm, and my favorite thing about Megas happens right here. So, I Mega Evolve, get up my Drought after he brought Pokemon in, so it's basically anti-weather. It's really nice in Ubers. I was running this really derpy sand team, and what happened is, the move that's happening right now is explainable. I just go for Fire Blast, it's a safe move. Then I fire off a Solar Beam because I know it's going to kill it, and he's not going to. It's basically, again, it's HP Grass times 2, 100% accurate in the sun, don't feel like missing Focus Blast. So yeah, I was playing a guy in Ubers, and he went into his Groudon after my Bulma Snow. I Mega Evolved, got my Snow Warning a second time, and got my Sand back up, and he was pretty salty. So now I just go back into my Rotom as Death Fodder, because it's poisoned. It's not going to take many hits. It's basically going to give him set fodder potentially for his Excadrill. So I decided that now is a good time to go into my Goodra because it's really especially defensive, and I'm going to be taking nothing from Shadow Balls. Now, the play I should have done here is just fired off a Fire Blast, because it hit everything left on his team, basically. I did sort of predict the switch went for Muddy Water, but I did miss. Luckily, I do hit a Fire Blast here. If I didn't hit that Fire Blast, the game basically would have gone really downhill super fast. As you'll see, I get some pretty bad luck upcoming here, but overall, the game was really good. Now, personally, I should have stayed in here and fired off a Fire Blast. But I was scared of the potential just throwing out Meteor Mash and stuff. I didn't expect him to Agility. Plus, I wanted to get my Drought because I got rid of his Sand was no longer a threat because it's dead. His Tyranitar's dead, and I wanted to have a power. And my computer decides it's a good time to close out all my applications while I'm recording. I hate you, computer. Okay, so here he goes out into his Excadrill, potentially just his Death Water, because there's no sand, and Metagross gives him potential. Sweet. And you can see here, he definitely has a Focus Sash. Now, I fire off a Solar Beam, same reason I did before, 100% accurate, don't feel like missing even Air Slash because it's 95% accurate and I have terrible luck. Let's just see in a minute that comes into play. Now, he doesn't have many Pokemon options left. He goes out into Garchomp because it's the only thing that doesn't get, like, OHKO'd by a Drought Fire Blast. He Mega Evolves into his Mega Garchomp, and I'm like, oh, this is no big deal. I can just fire off an Air Slash, potentially flinch him, do a crap ton of damage. Okay, so I do, like, half. And Dragon Claw isn't doing... It's doing a lot, but not quite enough, and I miss my Air Slash, and he kills me. Now, this is scary because he's base 170. If he had the same speed as normal Garchomp, it'd basically be GG right here. But since he's base 70, I could go into just about anything. I should have, this is the key play, I should have gone to my Goodra because it's base 790 speed and just killed him with Dragon Pulse, but instead I went into my frickin' Caesar and died to a Fire Fang. I didn't expect him to have Fire Fang. I didn't think Caesar was going to be that useful, but it was a dumb play by me because it's going to come down to me needing priority and I'm not going to have it later in the game. Now, obviously, Tree Fallen isn't taking this hit that good, well, but doesn't take it terribly either, so it does finish it off. But I basically let, 2.5 things died due to a missed Air Slash and my plain stupidity. Because I'm very good at that. I'll make a really dumb plays at times. So, now, it's a little Gengar matchup. If you saw that if there was like an awkward pause there, it was because my mom interrupted my video and I decided to pause it and then try to start a new recording right afterwards. So I just died to a Shadow Ball there. Now I'm going into my shiny Excalibur, possibly the best Pokemon in the game. Excalibur obviously from the sword in like Merlin, the Merlin sword, I believe it was. Wow, I'm really bad. It was that famous guy with Merlin. Sorry, the famous Alexander? No, I don't think so. His sword. It looks awesome. It looks like a Stygian blade if you've ever like heard about like the Stygian Black in Percy Jackson Olympians, that Nico guy with his Stygian blade. That's basically what this reminds me of, even though I'm not really a fan of the movies or anything. That's just what I picture the blade being, sort of like this. So, as you saw there, I did a really dumb play. Went for a King's Shield. I probably could have just expected an agility, because there's no other way he can beat me. Or I should have just gone for the other move here. I could have gone for my fighting attack, my, Sacred Sword, hit him on the specially defensive side since he's not the specially defensive, and then fired off a Shadow Sneak and killed him. But I wanted to be safe. Also, I have a Rocky Helmet on this, which is random as heck. Basically, I don't have 2 items. Yeah. Well, I don't have 2 leftovers. If anyone wants to give me leftovers, it'd be greatly appreciated. So right now, he has +2 attack and speed. And I don't have priority because I sacked Caesar earlier. Which was really, really stupid by me. Now, I thought Goodra might be able to live a hit because it's really, really bulky. It has huge HP stat, stuff like that. But it doesn't. It just dies. Now that's the game. I lose 1-0. If I would have had priority of Caesar, I would have been able to win. But that miss sort of stank. But I guess I could have run HP flying, but I really didn't feel like breeding timid Charizard, timid perfect IV special attack and speed Charmanders until I got a perfect IV and until I got IVs for HP flying, and then I feel like sacking the stats for it. So that was a great game, Mizu. If you feel like shouting yourself out in the description, go right ahead, and I'll put you in the description then. Also, let me know, guys, let's go for 5 likes this time. 5 likes. Let's see if we can make it. I feel like we can. I mean, that's not too many. And I would also sort of feel bad for not getting a video up before then. I did say it was going to be like a once a week thing. But yeah, also, this is me showing you that I do have other games backed up. This me messing around, my little editing thing a lot easier. Peace, YouTube.